Well, it is the last of my No Buy July makeup challenge, and today's Shop My Stash has got some pretty interesting products in it, so I can't wait to try them. So let's play with some makeup. I cannot believe that we are at the end of July, that within the next few weeks, school is going to be starting up again, and there is lots of things going on. And boy, I am excited about the new makeup releases that will be coming out and the opportunity to buy them again, because this No Buy July honestly has been very hard. It has been really great because I had a huge bin of stuff to try and I have wheedled that down. Still have some more things to try, so I'll be working those in. But today we have this bin full of makeup that I am either going to be trying for the first time or have tried a little bit and want to show you guys because I've enjoyed trying them. So let's get my face on. All right, so let's talk about the products I'm going to be trying today on my eyes. I'm going to be using the Catrice True Skin and the NYX HD concealer, and then I'm going to be trying the Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. So that will be the foundation for the cheeks. I'm going to be trying this. Actually, I've been trying this. This is beautiful red Milani cream oh my gosh, cheek kiss, and this Maybelline Fit Me. I know this is pink. I just want to set it with a little bit of pink to it, but definitely I'm excited about this. I've never tried this before, so I'm excited about trying. These are by far not new. On the eyes, I'm going to be using the Pretty Smart eye primer. I have been absolutely loving this so far. The e.l.f., I believe this is the Rose Gold. They're 10-pan palettes. For contour, I'm going to be using the Sephora Contour Stick and this Revolution contour palette to powder it down. And then for the eyes, I'm going to be trying the Revlon So Fierce mascara, along with this is something I've used before, the Blade Brow, which is also Revolution. It's actually Relove by Revolution in Granite. And then my favorite hair sticky gel. Man, if you want to glue something down, get this Got to Be. And I have all these little baby hairs in the back, and so when I want to put my hair up in a ponytail, I use the spiking glue of this. And so I saw that they came out with it in a brow gel, as well as you can use it to tap down those little flyaways. So give that a try. And then for the lips, oops, I forgot this highlighter from Amazon. We're going to give a try in Rose Gold. And then for the lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss and Angel Food Cake, the Butter Bling, and this Makeup Revolution, I believe, IRL Filter Lip Liner. So this is what we are using today. So let's get started. I am going to do my under eyes first. So let's start with this primer. Now, in the past, I have tried some of their putty primers and have found them pretty drying under the eyes. So I figured this was a fairly new release, I believe, or they repackaged it or something. So this is what it looks like. And I believe it's a little bit harder of a cream. And so I'm just gonna pick it up with a brush. Oh, it's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Let's see, I'll just put it there. So that's what the color is. So it's kind of that peachy pink color. Hopefully it'll do some color correcting for my very dark, well, I guess they're not very dark, but my dark under eyes. This definitely is going on a lot creamier than the ones I remember in the past that I've tried that were under eye correctors from e.l.f. I'm pretty impressed so far. We'll see how how it does with creasing or any of that type of stuff. Now, you can do your best to avoid creasing, but for me, I have very fine lines. Well, I have a lot of lines. And I also have very crepey skin under my eyes, thin skin under my eyes. And so, I mean, it's inevitable. Whatever I do to try to minimize that is great. But I inevitably get creasing. So far, I'm liking how this is feeling. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like it's even there. And it did do a pretty good job of color correcting, and I liked the consistency of it. It wasn't too thick. It wasn't too hard. So definitely pleasantly surprised with this so far based on what I have used in the past from them for under eye. So now we're going to try, I haven't tried this before, but this is the Catrice True Skin. It's been out for a long time. And I've seen influencers try it recently, try it again, or watched videos. This is a neutral hazel, number 40, and this is a hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid, and it's long wear. Let's see what it says. True Skin But Better hydrating foundation with a hyaluronic acid and a watermelon seed oil leaves the perfectly even skin tone and naturally matte finish, medium to high coverage with a comfortable skin feeling, dermatologically approved. It's vegan, it's microplastic particles free, no parabens, and no mineral oil added. So this is from what I've seen, is a pretty full coverage foundation. It has a nice pump. So we're just gonna, here, let me wipe off the eye brightener I put on there. Let me go ahead and give this a little pump and put this on my hand so I can see. So that's the foundation there, at least. So let's go ahead and give I think because of the thickness of this, I'm just going to use my finger and use a sponge to apply. So may have pumped out too much based on the thickness of this. So let's go ahead and just give this a good press in. I mean, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin for a medium to full coverage foundation. I realized I probably should have put my concealer on before I went to the foundation. Oops. Oh well. I'm just going to use my sponge to pick up a little bit more. And I think I will be wearing my hair up today, so I want to get some of this on my ears. I would say that's definitely medium coverage and probably can be built up to full coverage. And it is definitely being a more natural matte finish. It is not dewy, which concerns me a little bit with matte foundations is they tend to be long wear, which is great. However, they tend to be a little more drying on the skin. However, this says it has hyaluronic acid, so I'm hopeful that this is going to not dry my skin out too much. I'm liking that so far. So definitely a medium to full coverage. Again, you could probably build it up to be even more full coverage. So that is actually pretty nice. I like how that is looking. All right, so now we're going to use the HD, I think I've tried this one before, but I don't remember what I'm thinking. It was before I started taking notes on everything. The HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. Let's see if it says anything on the back. This is in the color Porcelain, which I probably should have a much darker color, but no claims that I can tell. So I'm just going to put on. Lately, I've just been using my concealer right on the inner corner because of my fine lines on the outer so much. It just really sinks in out there. So I'm just trying to go with the inner part here. And let's see, I'm not going to use my fingers today. I'm going to use my Nikki LaRose. This is the N16. Now, I love drugstore makeup, and I do have some drugstore brushes. I'm going to be ordering in the near future, once I'm out of my no-buy, the Profusion brushes, because I've heard such really great things about them. So I think coming in August, you'll see a video, a full face of Profusion, and I will use those brushes. But I like investing in tools and things that I'm going to be using a lot. I mean, I use my brushes almost every day, so I don't mind investing in quality brushes. I like makeup so much that I just play, and so I like buying the new things when it comes to drugstore makeup. So, I'm actually liking that. So that's why I have more expensive brushes, is because I like to invest in my brushes because I do use them all the time. All right, let's try the contour now. I have used this Sephora. Somehow it must have melted in the sun. I've used this Sephora stick before, and I really like it. And again, it is definitely more a contour color than a bronzing color. That's why it's called a contour stick. But we'll warm it up with the Revolution palette. So, brush. Get that. I like it because it just easily melts into the skin. You don't have to work very hard at it, which is nice. It just melts right in. Okay, so you can see, it leaves a little bit of contouring. Okay, so now let's try this Revolution Relove by Revolution Trio Contour color. It actually has, it looks like a highlighter in it too, but I'm not going to try that today. So today I'm just going to use this color as the bronzer over top. Again, you guys don't need to use all these steps. You have to do what works for you and how you like your makeup. This is how I like to wear my makeup, and I'm that glam girl. You might be that natural girl who doesn't like to do so much makeup application or steps. You need to do you when it comes to your makeup, but I just love being glam, and I love having a glam look, and so I will wear makeup to give me that look. So we're just going to tap in here. This is my Sigma large powder brush F30, and we'll just tap around the places I contour just to warm it up a little bit. That's actually not too bad. I'm surprised. I usually expect these types of things to be really orangey and too warm. Now again, I'm putting it over a pretty cool contour, but I like the color so far. That's pretty. Okay, so we've given that a try, so we'll see how that works. And now let's go ahead and put the blush on. So the one product I have played with before, which is the Cheek Kiss, and then the Maybelline Fit Me I have never used before. And this is in, let's see. So the Maybelline Fit Me is in Plum, and it says it's skin tone enhancing color for a natural look, creamy smooth texture for effortless blending. That's what the claim is on the Maybelline Fit Me. And again, it's color number 45, which is Plum. And then I have the Milani Cheek Kiss in Blushing Berry, and it's a cream blush. And I don't see really any claims on it on this thing. I have used this before. It is extremely pigmented. They don't have a really big color selection. I hope they come out with something a little bit more because I do like the formula of this. I'd like to see a really like bright pink, which I have not seen yet. So what I like to do is put my Amazon brush, get it on the brush, and you can see that looks like a lot, and it is a lot. And then I go ahead and put that into the back of my hand and kind of distribute the product evenly around, tap it off a little bit, and then go into the cheeks. So you can see it gives it's pretty powerful. Powerful, it's pigmented. So you know, I probably put way too much on the brush, at least for my cheeks. But you just see how beautiful that red looks on the cheek. Oh, I just love the way it looks. Kind of gives you that little bit of sun-kissed, sunburnt, like you've been out in the sun look. I just really, really like it. So you can see still how much is on the back of my hand. So I picked up way too much product, but I've been really, really enjoying this. I've tried it on its own. It lasts all day. It dries down so my hair doesn't get stuck in it. Really a great product. Wish they would come out with more colors. Also, they have the bronzers, or contour bronzers in the same cheek formula. I haven't found a color that I really like. I think there's only 4 or 5. The one I've tried was just a little bit too orange on me. And so I did like how it wore. It just wasn't a good color for me. So that's why I didn't do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap on the lightest amount. Let me see if I can get this open. There we go. And let me put some of this on the back of my hand. This is not super pigmented, which is nice. So it'll be a good topper over this red. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, I mean, you can barely see it on the back of my hand. So I may need to go in a little bit with this. And just lightly tap. That definitely adds that a little more sun-kissed look. I'll definitely be trying this some more with my pinker unders, my other pink cream blushes to see how that works. But just used it to kind of top this off and give it a little more of a cool look for our summer months. Now let's go into, you know what? Let's go ahead and put the highlighter on. Okay, so I think these are meant to look a lot like the, is it Rare Beauty highlighters that are the liquid ones? It looks very similar with the top and everything. This is in the color Rose Gold. It does not look like it is got any glitter in it. So I'm just gonna do one little dot right there and one little dot right there. I have a feeling this would be a product that would last you a really long time. And we're just gonna put it right on the high points of my cheekbones. Now, if you have, pores and that type of thing, and you have fine lines and wrinkles, kind of like I do, highlighter may not be your best choice because they do tend to highlight those things. But I don't mind it. I like to give my face a little bit of a lift and a lightened look. So for me, it doesn't really bother me too much. This is really pretty. It looks nice over the cheek color, just gives a little bit of glow without looking super blinding or glittery. And they're really fairly cheap, which I'm surprised. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's do my brows, and then we'll go ahead and finish up the eyes, and we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna use this Relove Revolution Blade Brow, and I believe this is in Granite, and I have used this before, but I figured I'd pull it out and give it a try again. All right, so now I'm in a very close-up mirror, probably 10 times, and I am seeing a little bit of creasing in, without having powdered down, a little bit of creasing in my eyes from the concealer, which again, I expect. And definitely the foundation is not breaking up anywhere yet, which is good. So we'll just have to see how that holds up. Get my brows done. So the Olympics have started. Are you guys excited about it? Are you watching? Did you see the opening ceremonies? That's one of my favorite things. The swimming has started. The men's gymnastics has started, but I'm not a big men's gymnastics fan. But the volleyball has started, the beach volleyball and the indoor volleyball. For the men, I watched that. So it's been fun. It feels different this year. The last Olympics was right at the beginning of COVID, and there was no fans, there was no spectators. And so I don't know. This Olympics feels different to me. I don't know why that is, but it does. I don't know if it's the fact that we have the app, we can watch replays, we can watch, stuff whenever we want to. With Paris being 7 hours ahead of where I'm at, West Coast would be 9 hours, East Coast 6 hours. Now, what's been fun about it is a couple years ago, I went to Paris, and even then they were preparing for the Olympics. They were freshening up buildings. I mean, Notre Dame was still being worked on from the fire that they had. But it was, so I don't know. I don't know what it is about the Olympics this year that seems so different to me. Not quite as I had expected, maybe just because it's kicking off. I like the fact that I have a sport I can watch. There's a sport I enjoy and can watch during this season before football begins. My family is definitely a football family. Do you guys do any of you gals participate in a fantasy football league? I'd love to know. I do. We have a family league that I play in, and then we also have another kind of family league that we do picks in for each week, and then we put money in, and whoever wins the week with the most wins wins part of the pot for that week. And so those are the two things I do for football, which is really fun. I really do enjoy. It's something that my husband and I get to do. It's something I can do. My kids are involved in. We can talk, well, no one really wants to talk strategy. But, you know, sometimes we bounce things off of each other for the week ahead. And so I think that it's been really fun to be able to do that. Um, so that's just a little bit about me. My husband loves to watch Red Zone. So we don't ever really watch a full football game unless it's the Sunday night game or the Monday night game. But any games during on Sunday, we watch Red Zone. So there is no full games going on mostly. And of course, we all sit on the couch with our phones watching the points hopefully pile up for our players so we can beat the person we're playing that week. It's always interesting when I'm playing my husband or my daughter or my son. Even in the one family league, we've got my dad and my stepmom. And so it does make it fun and interesting to be playing each other. So that was, I just put on the Pretty Smart eye primer. I'm going to go ahead and set my eyebrows while that kind of sets down, and then we'll give, okay, so this is a little bit bigger of a brush than I would use on my eyebrows, but this would probably be really great for taming those flyaways that you get sometimes with those little baby hairs if you pull your hair back. This is, just like I said, a little bit bigger brush than I would use for my eyebrows. But you can buy on Amazon little mascara brushes and use that instead, that are smaller and can give a better look that way. I got a little crazy with my eyeliner, or with my brows. So go ahead and just give this one a little bit more brush. I know this one is running a little bit more on my eyebrows, which is a surprise because I've never had that happen before. With this liner, maybe it's just reacting with the foundation I have maybe in my eyebrows. I don't know. Normally it doesn't run like that. Just go ahead and press these up. So this is not a super sticky. This is not going to hold, I don't think, like the gel does in my hair. But okay, so there's the eyebrows. And then let's go ahead and get the eyes. Okay, so now we're going to play with this e.l.f. I believe it's the rose. It's the neutral palette. It'll be listed below. Now, I would say that this color palette is way more out of my comfort zone than a bright, colorful palette, just because I am not much of that neutral girly, but I know that there's some of you out there who are. So I want to do a very glam, natural look. And I thought this was a very pretty, kind of more towards, there's some cool colors in here and a few warm colors. And so I'm definitely that cool color girl. So I definitely am going to stick in that color family. So let's give this a try. I obviously am going to use my Sigma brushes. So let's go in with the E40 brush, and I'm going to use this color. They don't give you, actually, I think I'm going to use this color in the crease. This one right here. And we'll just go from there. So it looks like this is, there's 4 mattes and the rest are shimmers of some sort. So this one, so these two right here, and then this one are the mattes that are in there. So they're darker in the matte colors. So let's see. So this is definitely a more cool toned color, at least it looks in the pan. Not getting a huge color payoff, but that's okay because this is just in the upper brow bone, but this definitely doesn't feel very cool tone to me, but we'll see. And it's definitely not very pigmented. I mean, I've already gone in 3 times. to get color payoff, so that's not super exciting. So this is the 4th time, and I feel like, okay, that's a better color payoff. So not super excited about that. That's how that color looks. Let's see, maybe now that I've broken it down a little bit, if it takes a little bit more. It definitely doesn't seem as cool as I hoped it would be. It definitely feels more warm in color, at least on my skin tone I'm feeling. I could see how you could go through this really quickly. All right, so now let's go in with my E38, which is a little bit smaller. So this is the 40. And this is, so you can see, it's just a little bit smaller to do a little more of the detail work in the, now I'm gonna use this one to darken it up, hopefully. We'll see how it works. Oh, that definitely has a little more pigment payoff. That's nice. And this definitely seems a little more cool toned, which I like. It's blending nicely. It's a little bit, there's a little bit of kick up to it. So there's that. I am going to be wearing some very, very glam lashes today. And unfortunately, I threw away the box because I've been wearing them the last couple days. I accidentally threw away the box. So I'm not even sure which one these are, but I will figure it out and they'll be linked below. I list all the products I try, whether I like them or not, because your skin may be totally different than mine. It might be a product that you said, oh, that looked really nice and I want to give it a try. If you use any of the links below, I earn a very, very small commission on them, but I do purchase all this makeup with my own money. So whatever if you want to purchase through the links, that's amazing. If you don't, that's amazing too. But it does support my channel, which I greatly, greatly appreciate. Okay, so that's looking nice. Again, I am not that neutral girl. I like a bold, in-your-face, colorful eye, mostly in a lavender family. So I'm gonna actually use this the small tapered blending. This is the E45, and I'm just gonna darken up right here in the outer corner around that lash line, even though that's gonna be covered up. Just even it out a little bit more. That outer corner, a little bit down here. Okay, so what do we want to do on the eye? I think I'm gonna go with this one. And then we'll use probably this lighter color or even the white in the inner corner and on the brow bone. So I'm just gonna run my finger in this. Let's see the color. Oh, I just put that on. Wow, that is way more warm tone than I expected it to be. Yeah, that is way more warm tone than I thought it was gonna be. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit of this on as well. Let's see if we can get a little bit. I actually like that color, so we're gonna be putting this color on too. More on the outer and then kind of blending it in. I'm so shocked with how warm that one was. Now this is definitely a more cool toned color, that color towards the black. I like that. Okay, let's go in with the pencil brush. And I think let's try the white and see how, and if I need to, I will go with the rose color. Oh, that looks pretty. We'll top it with a little bit of the rose color, just to maybe tone it down just a little bit. That's pretty. I think, okay, so I'm going to use the white on the eyebrow bone and then the rose gold, this kind of color that's in there, to kind of do that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my switch and I'm going to go in with that rose gold in the inner corner. So right in there. Oh, that's not very bright. Huh, look brighter against it. Okay, change of plan. Let me put some of that on there. So that's definitely not going to be a brightening color. I'm going to go ahead and put a little more of the white down here and see. Oh yeah, much better. That brightening in the inner corner. Definitely you can see the difference between the two. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the original brush I started with, and we're just going to give this try to blend everything in together so we get a little more of a cohesive look. Again, this is something that is much more outside my comfort zone, doing a more neutral look. I do like my glam eyes. Okay, so far I like how this is looking. I was not impressed by the by this color. It came out a little bit too orange, and this color here, just, yeah, it was too orange. This one was a little bit warm. I should say warm, not orange. These two were just a little bit warmer than I had expected them to be, but I like the other ones. The other colors are really pretty. It looks nice. Let's go ahead and we're gonna try this So Fierce Revlon mascara. This is the Extend, Lift, and Volumize. Let's see. 98% saw unapologetic length. So again, when I wear lashes, I only use one coat of mascara usually, just so that I can blend them together. So I will try this by itself as well. Mascara, be an eye catcher and a rule breaker. Glossy formula with paraffin and rice bran waxes quickly builds and empowers your lashes. Clump free, smudge proof, and flake free. 98% saw unapologetic length and 96% saw fierce fan effect. So there you go. So I got this in the blackest black. And let's see here. I kind of actually like the packaging. It's kind of cool. So it's just a spray. Oh, it's a rubber brush. It's a rubberized brush. No curve or anything to it. So I am actually going to curl my lashes just so that we have something to work with. This one on. It's a very flexible wand. Oh, I actually like how that looks on first pass. It does definitely lengthen. So there it is. So you can see there's without, there's with. That's actually pretty nice. Let's see, I'm gonna try this on my lower lashes. That's nice. I like that. That's impressive. Now we'll see if it really holds a curl. Again, I'm wearing this with falsies, so I will have to try this by itself. It's not extremely often that I go with just mascara. Most of the time I am wearing falsies, but there are days that I do decide to go without false lashes. And this looks like a mascara that I might like alone. I also, have talked about the L'Oreal Panoramic. Really looks nice on its own for my lashes. I've been trying the eye catcher. In fact, it's sitting here on my desk. The Eye Enhancer by CoverGirl. That has been really a nice when I've done just lashes, my own lashes. That's been really nice. But this is doing a very nice job. I'm impressed. For first coat, that's impressive. All right, let's get the bottom lashes done. And then we'll put on my very, very glam lashes. Again, I will have them listed below. I just don't remember what they are right off the top of my head, but they are glam. So you can see here that they have a definite va-va-voom look, definitely a cat eye look. We're gonna let that dry down. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lash liner. And I'm just using the same liners that I normally use. The Kiss Liner Glue in black. Again, I know they also have this in clear if you're more interested in that. But I like the black because I do more of a glam look. This just adds that eyeliner for me and lets me put on my lashes all in one step, which I like the ease of that. And then I just fill in any gapping with my eyeliner, my liquid liner from Maybelline. I know you guys, I put these on with my tweezers, and you guys are probably having, why do you do that? Why do you get the tweezers so close to your eyeball? I just feel like I have the most control with these kind of tweezers than any of the eyelash ones that are out on the market so far. This has been the easiest tool for me to use to get my lashes on and secure them. And I'm just pressing my natural lashes together with the falsies. So as you can see, these definitely give that glam, bold eye look, lifting cat eye look. And then, which is nice about this is last week I had problems with the liner over the eyeshadow. This week I don't have any. It doesn't seem like it's having an issue putting down the glue over the liner or over the eyeshadow I have on, which is, that's a definite plus for me. So let's get this one on. I like the fact that I'm getting a little bit better at putting my lashes on. You know, I really liked wearing, having lash extensions, because it was so nice to wake up in the morning and have my eyes look wide awake and open and feel really pretty. And, you know, as I've shared before, once I started swimming, I took my lash extensions off so that I didn't have to worry about them, you know, coming off and causing problems when I swim. So there is with that on. Let me go ahead and just fill this in with my liner. This is the Maybelline Master Precise All Day in black, which is the one I always use. I actually have it in green, but I just don't use other colors of liners that often. Oops. Make sure this is down. There we go. Okay, so the face is done, and I am going to go do my hair and get dressed, and then we will do the lips. I'll see you in just a few. I'm back, all ready to go. Got my jewelry, my hair's done. I just pulled it back in a ponytail, and let's go ahead and get the lips done. And let's see here. I give you all the colors on here. This is the IRL Filter Finish Lip Definer in Chai Nude. I have Angel Food Cake in the Butter Gloss, and I have, I believe this is Big Spender in the Butter Gloss Bling. So this is the combination for today. So let me get this on, and then we'll talk about everything. This is another one that's going to be too light. Hurry. I don't know. I have been picking these light liners out lately. I definitely need to get a darker one. I do have a darker shade lip. So these are, I mean, I like how that went on, but it is just a tad too light. I like something that's more my skin, my lip color than lighter, or just a slight bit darker. So I haven't really tried these butter glosses before. I have the fat oils I like. I really hadn't tried these butter glosses. Well, that feels nice. Oh, that's a pretty color. It's a very summer color. It's got nice pigment, which is cool. Well, good thing. Good thing that didn't get on my dress. That feels really nice. I may have to try that in some of the colors. Let me go ahead and put on Big Spender to give me just a little bit of bling. Ooh, that's pretty. It does feel a little gritty. I will say that. So if you don't want a gritty, blingy gloss, but it's not super noticeable, but you can feel that there is little glitter flakes in that. All right, so that's the lips. All right, I am noticing I got a few little of these baby flyaways Not sure if you can see, so we're going to use this to see if it will bring those down. I thought I would try it and use it on these little baby hairs that tend to stick up when I put my hair up. And that actually works pretty good. I think I like it better for putting down these little flyaways than I do for my eyebrows. I'll stick with my Super Lock from Maybelline or my NYX glue. But so that put down those little flyaways. So that will make its way into my bathroom versus in my makeup collection. So let's talk about the makeup. We've got the Catrice True Skin Foundation. I actually am liking it. It's starting to look just a teeny bit cakey, but it is a full coverage foundation. I actually don't mind it terribly. It doesn't feel that way, but it is starting to look a little bit that way. It does feel very lightweight. It feels very much like skin. I probably would recommend doing it with a sponge because it is a very thick formula. And I think if you used a brush with this, it would go on pretty full coverage and a little heavier. At least that's what I think. Then I'm actually liking the gloss. The liner's too light. I'll have to try to get it in a darker color, but it went on nice and creamy. I really liked that. Again, my little take on this, better for the flyaways than holding up my brows. The e.l.f. 10 pan palette. I'm liking the look I got, this more neutral look. I'm just not that neutral of a girly. I like some color on my eyes, but this is a very nice palette. I will say it looks more cool tone now than it did when I first put it on. So I like it. It's nice. I don't know, there's maybe like 3 or 4 of these. I'll have to see if there's any color ones that would fall more up my alley. I don't think there was, but nice. Not amazing, fantastic, but not bad, but not meh. Say a little bit above that. So that was nice. Again, I used the Pretty Smart eye primer. I am really, really enjoying this. I would recommend picking this up. I have had really good experience with the eyeshadows going down smoothly without a ton of patching, and I like how this works. At first, I thought it was a little bit oily, but I gave it time to kind of set down, and I've really been enjoying how this is holding. The e.l.f. Under Eye Primer, Under Eye Corrector, I'm actually very impressed by it. This may give my Makeup Revolution a run for its money. However, my Makeup Revolution has way more product. But this definitely seems to be doing a nice job. We have, let's see here, the concealer. You know, it is creasing a little bit. If I put some powder on, it'll probably decrease that. But I wanted to see how it was without putting any powder on it. Doesn't look terrible, isn't super noticeable, but I will need to probably powder it, and I will use the Maybelline Fit Me in Fair Light. I've used that before. And then we have the Sephora Contour Stick, which I have used before and really enjoy. I tried the Relove by Revolution Contour palette, and I only used this very first color right here. It did a nice job, added a little bit of warmth to the skin, which is nice, is what a bronzer should do. Then I used the Cheek Kiss Milani in Blushing Berry. Really am enjoying this. I can't wait for fall to put a little bit darker topper over top of it. And then the Maybelline Fit Me in Plum, really enjoyed this as well. I didn't put a ton of it on. I will try this over a more pink cream blush or liquid blush and put this over top to see how that looks. And then I have the liquid blush, the liquid highlighter that I think is supposed to be like a dupe for the it's supposed to be a dupe for the Rare Beauty. I have that on my cheeks. I like how that's looking. And of course, I just have my same liner glue and eyeliner that I use with my lashes. I have on, I believe these are Ardell lashes that I'm wearing today. Oh, I used the So Fierce. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. The So Fierce mascara. I was very pleasantly surprised by this with one coat. I will definitely be trying it alone, just as for my lashes when I don't have my falsies on. And so today, overall, I think this was a really good try on. I'm fairly impressed by everything. Really no epic fails. Couple standouts, the blush, and I think I'm actually liking the foundation. This might make a way into its rotation when I want something that is a little more long wearing, that will hold up, that maybe doesn't give that super dewy look. And so this is the final look for today. I will insert a video of what this looks like in natural light so that you can get an idea of what this looks like. I'm very impressed, and I want you to remember that you get to choose every day to dress with purpose.